Friday. It is 4:30, so of course I'm about to get started. Let me go ahead and set my timer as well. So give me one moment. We should be okay with the internet today, hopefully, because I have my hotspot going today. So hopefully we should be okay with it. Let me set this right quick, just so I don't forget. Boom. All right, all right. So welcome. So this call is going to be just like a repeat of yesterday's call because yesterday we had so many different technical difficulties. So I wanted to make sure I give everyone the actual training that I wanted them to get. So what I'm going to start with first, because I am recording this as well. So what I'm going to start with first here is for any beginners that watch this recording, and the beginners that's on the line. So the very first thing, if you don't yet understand the particular strategy I'm about to show to you, and you haven't opened your demo account, you're definitely going to start here first. So this is going to be the website, the forex-vibes.info, but I'll post a direct link in the group as well. And what you're going to start with is coming down here. You can watch all the videos, of course, but you're going to start downloading certain apps. So once you download the apps, I'm going to watch the next video, which is from a website called babypips.com. If you're not familiar with that, definitely get familiar with it, right? Because it goes into a lot of things about Forex from A to Z. Also, as well, you're going to go ahead and start opening your demo account. I have a video here that shows you I used the MetaTrader 4. And then I'm going to replace these two because these are a little you all this week, and also I'm going to show you today. Make sure you check out these as well. So everything that because there's certain things you need to think about when you're choosing a broker. So everything is right here for all my new people. All right, next. So the whole goal today was to talk about the strategy. And remember, at any point in time you have any questions, definitely let me know. So yesterday actually, we were looking at, let me go over here, USD JPY. All right, when we was looking at it, remember we was talking about, well, some of you might not know, we was talking about how it breaks above, we enter a buy, but if it breaks below, enter a sell. This here actually did go in for the sell, and it actually went down to the pips that we were looking for, which is only 30 pips. All right, so we on the risk 30, and then we also able to gain 30 pips. But I want to start from the beginning. So anytime that you want to mark up or analyze your charts, there's one trading site that we all use, and that is tradingview.com. Once again, that is tradingview.com. I'm also as well type it. So it is short for the recording. All right, tradingview.com. All right, and that's what we all utilize when it comes to marking up our sites. So doing Forex, also as well, you can mark up doing crypto. All that is utilized from this particular website, tradingview.com. Now, the strategy I'm going to show you this afternoon is called above and below. Above and below. What is that? They're saying that when anything breaks above a certain line, you're getting in for a buy. When anything breaks below, you're getting in for a sell, right? But I'm going to walk you through it. And also as well, I'm going to type out the steps. But at any point in time, like I said, if you have any questions, make sure that you let me know. So we're going to go with step one. Step one, the first thing we're going to do, and I'm also going to show you as well, one of the first things that we do, one moment, there we go. One of the first things that we do is identify the pair that we're looking for. All right, so once you identify the pair, just going to type it out here. Come back up here so I can type it. There we go. Identify the pair. All right, step two, don't worry, I'm going to go in detail and explain it to you. Step two, we're going to make sure we're on the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame. Now, can this work on other time frames? Yes, it can, but the best way to trade it is on the 1 hour time frame. So once you mark it up on the 1 hour time frame, for my more advanced traders, you're always welcome to go down to lower time frames to make sure that everything is matching up or to get your earlier entry. All right, so that's step two. Step three, right, because I want to make sure it's typed out. Step three, what we're going to do is find the highest point, right, the highest point and lowest point. Yes, you can say them. That's fine.
I'm going to eat my lunch bowl.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so you're going to find your highest point and lowest point on the chart. Don't worry, I'm going to show you. Step four, I can type it correctly here. There we go. Step four, what you're going to do, come back over here now. My bad still lets people into the room. Step four, you're going to draw your fib retracement. All right, fib retracement. For some reason, I can never spell that word right. I'm gonna learn how to spell it one day. But like I said, the good news, you have to know how to spell to be able to trade, right? So then step 4, well, step 5, all you're gonna do is draw a horizontal line on each of one of the lines. Draw a horizontal line on each fib line. All right, so I want to type it out so on the recording, everyone want to be able to see it. All right, and then also I'm gonna add in step 6. You're gonna wait for a break or below your zone. All right, so let me make that a little, what's the name for the recording? I think I'm gonna change the color on it as well, because I'm not digging that color for that. There we go, so y'all will be able to see it a little clearer. All right, and there's the website, it's tradingview.com that we use. Now we're gonna go ahead and get started. So now that we know the rules, the first rule, we're gonna identify a pair. For trading purposes, I'm just going to keep utilizing the same pair over and over again because I severely believe in repetition. Repetition is key, especially when you're trading. Yes, you watch sleep upstairs, okay? Especially when you're trading, you want to get in as much reps as possible. Just like when you're working out, the more reps you get in, the more you start to be built. So the more that you get hands on this training, you will be able to actually trade a lot better. So you're not going to be able to just do it one time and then like, hey, I think I got the gist of it, which is why I'm going to utilize one pair for you all. So pretty much too, everyone in the group will start to really recognize this one pair. So we're going to utilize USD JPY. So how do I know this USD JPY? Up here in the left-hand corner, you see it says the pair here, USD JPY. We're trading US dollar against the Japanese yen, right? So we identified the pair. The second step says make sure it's on the 1 hour time frame. So how do I know the 1 hour time frame? When I'm going across the top here, it says 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hour, that's daily, weekly, monthly, and so forth. So we're going to stick with the 1 hour. How do I know it's on there? Because it's highlighted in blue for the 1 hour. All right, next we already done that. So now step 3, we want to find the highest point and lowest point on this chart. Note, if you're new, and you haven't yet opened your demo account, remember, you're going to go back to this website and you're going to go through everything. You're going to go through everything, right? So once you find the highest point and lowest point, let's show you how to do that. What we're looking for is looking at this chart, all right? You see here, and these here for my new people are called candlesticks, all right? Candlesticks. Also as well, make sure you go back through the recording from last week as well so you can be caught up as, also. So these are called candlesticks, but you'll learn more about that on the website, right? So when you come over here, we want to find the highest point, which is the highest out of all these candlesticks, including what they call these here are wicks. All right, so this will be our highest point. What we need to do now is draw a line, a horizontal line on the highest and lowest point. So first we're going to start with the highest point. Over here on the left-hand side, get familiar with TradingView. TradingView is going to become your best friend, especially if you really want to take this seriously. All right, so when you come over here, I'm sorry, give me one moment. Yes?
Where's my green cover?
It's in the washer.
Okay.
All right. Sorry about that. My nephew doesn't realize I'm doing the training right now. So when you come over here, you're going to grab your horizontal line. Like I said, TradingView should become your very best friend. Like get on here because you can create a free account and start going through, just pressing all the buttons. Get familiar, very familiar with it. So on the left-hand side is where you'll find all second tool here. When you scroll over it, it says trend line tools. I'm just going to click on it. And what I'm looking for is a horizontal line. Come down. I find my horizontal line. And I'm going to click it right here. So one more time, because I am recording this, I want to make sure everybody gets it. So when we're doing this strategy, it's called the above below, finding the highest point. So the highest point, then I went ahead and drew a horizontal line. How did I find that horizontal line? On the left-hand side are all my tools. All I did was come down here to the second one. When you scroll over, it says trend line tools. I click on it and grab the horizontal line. I just clicked it. Boom. So now we find our highest point, and you see that nothing else is above this, right? And if at any point in time you have any questions, definitely type it in the chat and let me know. So this is our highest point because nothing else is above this line. These are below the line. So this is our next, we want to grab the lowest point. You come down here. This is the lowest point. Why? Because nothing else is below this trading strategy, right? So boom, this is the lowest. There we go. All right. So next, all I want to do is follow the steps. Step 4 is I want to draw my fib retracement tool. What is a fib retracement? It can be used for a ton of different reasons when it comes to strategies, also in life, but I'm not gonna get too deep with y'all. But it can be used for a lot of different things. But as far as to understand the true meaning of it, definitely go up to the website and study your terminology. All right, because the whole point of this training is to show you the strategy and get you to the money a lot faster. But while you're doing this strategy, I still want you to be going back on that training site and going through the videos and learning all the terminology. Okay, so you come to the left hand side. It's the third one, 1, 2, and 3. And all you're gonna do is come down here to where it says fib retracement. Boom. And I want to click on my top line, draw it all the way down to the bottom line. Boom. Now, what are the settings for this? Let me click on and show you the settings. See, it says coordinates. We don't want that. We want style. When you click on style, even though it's default settings, but it's a few extra settings that I added on here. So you look on here. These are all your different ones. So make sure you screenshot that if you need to. Then if you're watching the recording, just make sure you save this inside your notes. These are the different settings. All right. And also as well, another thing I like to change is down here. You see where it says the labels. When you first add your fib retracement tool, it's going to look like this. You're going to see the colors in the background. It's going to have the numbers on the left-hand side. But me, if you don't know, I was in the military, so I like everything a certain way. So I take the colors off by just clicking this. And also as well, I change my labels to the right. Boom. And I just click OK. Now I have my chart set up. Next, all I need to do is draw a horizontal line, step 5, on each one of the fib lines. That's it. So I'm going to grab my horizontal line. And I want to draw it on each fib line. I normally start with the 100, which is this one here, the 100 level. It's very rare I draw it from up here. I always start here. So I'll put 1 here. All right. And the more that you do this and get your reps in, you're going to be able to knock this out in like less than a minute. It's only taking me a little longer now because I'm explaining each step. But this strategy here is like one of the most simplest ones that a lot of people make some serious money with. And one of the mentors of mine made his first $1 million US off of this very simple strategy. But it just takes you doing it over and over and over again and practicing in your demo account. Note, practice in your demo account when you're doing these strategies. Don't jump into your live because I said it works. Jump into your demo account first and make sure that you understand this strategy and how to do it. All right. So now that I draw a line on each one of the fib lines, right? See that? Boom, boom, boom. One's on each one. Now all I'm doing is looking. Let me zoom in some. I want everybody to make sure everybody can see. Boom, there we go. So now all I'm doing is looking for my zone. So what do I call a zone? A zone is particularly where current market price is, right? See, this is current market price. Why? Because this candlestick is the most recent one. There's no candlesticks to the right of it. So this is the most current market price. This is where price is currently at. So once you identify that, then you know that this is your zone. So now all you need to do, I'm gonna highlight it as well. So I can highlight it for you all. If you have any questions, you can always definitely let me know, type it in the chat, or you can raise your hand and I'll take you off mute as well. So this is the zone I'm looking for. All right, you should be able to see that. Let me do that a little bit. I don't want so much. There we go. Now that you have identified your zone, now you need to realize what's above your zone, what's below your zone. Keep it nice and simple. Don't overcomplicate this because some people tend to overcomplicate it. Like it is very simple. Are you doing what's above this line right here? What I normally do, just my personal preference, is I actually change this color line to a different color. So I want it to stand out from the other ones so I can just be more aware of what it is I'm looking at. So I know this is my above line. Why? Because it's the line above my current market price. Next, I want to see what's below current market price. It's this line right below the zone. So I want to change this color as well. Because you know, I just like to change my colors. Boom, change So now I know this is what I'm working with. This is all I'm working with, just right in here. And then all I'm waiting for, so let me delete this, or the next candle, or however long it takes, because each one of these candles are 1 hour. So for this, we're on an hour time frame. And how do I know how much time is left in here? If I look over to the right-hand side, right here it's counting down, says 15 minutes, 14 minutes, 58, 14 minutes, 57, and boom. That's how I know how much time is left. So I know I got, so let me draw a little example box for you all. And no worry, I'm gonna go back over it again, because I wanted to make sure I explained it first before I went through it. So I'm waiting for this to turn, all right, so this lovely green box, I want it to come above this line. It don't have to be, if it's down here, something like this, it did not come above. Even if it's a little tiny bit, once it comes above, then boom, we're getting to the trade. What do I mean by getting to the, all right, because this strategy is a market execution. Start getting familiar with hitting the button, because some people fear hitting that button, but this strategy was designed to be market execution. All right, so how do you know when it breaks above? Now you sit here, look at the charts all day. No, it's 3 ways you can do it. One way, you can look over here at the timer. You know, it has 13 minutes, over 13 minutes left on the timer. So you can set your clock for 13 minutes. Then when that alarm goes off, boom, you come back over, look at your chart and see if a green candle formed above or if a red candle formed below. But we're gonna start off with the above to make it nice and simple for you all. So if one break above, that's 1. You could check, set your timer. 2, you can send an alert on TradingView. You can set 1 alert, right? 1 alert. But for everybody else who don't have the paid version, you can, all right, it's call levels. And that'll also set your alerts for you as well. So for TradingView, because that's what I utilize TradingView, to set your alerts, all you're gonna do is right click and see it says add alert. Click on add alert. Crossing, we're waiting for this to cross where? Above. So we're just gonna change it to above. So crossing up. We want to make sure we change it to once per bar close, because we want to wait until that candle is completely finished its move and above that area. Because we put it on only once, what it's going to do is send us an alert every 2 seconds, every time it touches the line. We don't want to touch the line. We want it to break through that line. So we changed to once per bar close. And all I want to do is put my alert name in here, which is I want to buy at market execution. So that way when I get the alert, and if you have the TradingView app downloaded, it's going to send an alert straight to your phone. So you might not be looking at your computer, you might not be looking at your phone, but it will send an alert to it. And then once you get that alert, you won't be confused. You'll be like, oh, that's right, I need to go ahead and get into the market. Boom, buy market execution. And if you're new on here and don't know how to actually place a trade yet, make sure you go up to their website and watch the video on how to place a trade utilizing your Android or utilizing your iPhone as well. So once you do that, you set your alert, boom, say it went off, ding, ding, ding. It went off, came over here. You saw the candle look just like this. All you do is hit the button, market execution. Now, at all times, you need to have a stop loss set and your take profit set. If you don't know what that means, you know what you need to do. Go to the website, watch the videos. But a stop loss is going to keep you from blowing your account. Your take profit is going to get you to just withdraw your money before the time is out. Let's see. So the candle has to close. Yes, it has to close. So like I was saying, how we got 11 minutes left for this candle. So this candle isn't finished yet. So if this candle happened to be up here, just like this one, right? And there's still 11 minutes left on the clock, we still won't enter the trade yet until it closed, right? Because at any time, it can always pull back. And then if you would have got in, boom, now you went some, a reversal, and we don't want that. We don't want that at all. We want to make sure we stay in profit as much as possible. Good question. So Owen asked, he was asking, so the candle has to close. So everybody know. So he's asking, does the candle have to close? That's a very good question. All right. So you always have to set your stop loss and your take profit. How do you do that? You have 2 ways. We actually have 3 ways, but the third way, I don't like math, so I don't physically write it out. I just use my tools. So you'll talk about 2 ways. The first way, on the left-hand side, remember you have so many tools over here. There's a little ruler. Click on the little ruler. And what you're going to do, say for instance, you got in right here at this point, which is 109.481. I'm just looking right here, 109.481, right here. And you can draw this rule. You see right now it says 0.0. You would move it up until it said 30 pips. Now, with you all being beginners, I just recommend going 30 pips because the market is going to give you between 20 and 30 pips. Like almost each time, like almost like 97% of the time, it's gonna be between 20 and 30 pips. So when you see it says 30 pips, all you're gonna do, because you need the coordinates, right? Is look over to the right-hand side. You see these numbers, see the number move to the right, it's blue. Look up to the right-hand side, and you're just gonna copy that number. So this number, say this was 30. The number is 109.859. That's what you will be looking for. That'll be your take profit. Then remember, I said so that you will not blow your account and lose money, you want to always set your stop loss. All right, so when you come down, same thing. You have to be placed on where you got in at the point, and then you drag it down, because your stop loss is always the opposite way of what you got in. So if you got in for a buy, you'll draw it going up. That's your take profit. But your stop loss is the opposite way, because you don't want it to go backwards. So you'll draw it going down. And it's the opposite when it comes to your sell, but I'm gonna show you the sell as well. So you want to draw it down for 30 pips. All right, you could do more, you can do less. It's totally up to you. But to keep it very simple for my beginners, we do 30 pips up, 30 pips stop loss. And the same thing, you just look to the right, see the numbers moving. See it says 109.60, 160, 109.143. Boom, you just copy that number into your MetaTrader 4. And then you just go about your day. You let the trade do what it's going to do. If it closes in profit, yay, congrats. If it closes with a L, with a loss, okay, you just come back to the chart and say, okay, what went wrong, right? Because this strategy is not 100%. Like, no strategy is 100%, but it's going to get you there, all right? So you're going to have some losses. You're going to have plenty of wins, but you always want to understand why did it go the opposite way if you do get a loss. But then at least you know you're not blowing your account. You know exactly how much you were risking in the first place. All right. Have any questions so far before I do an example for the sale? Remember, ask your questions. I'm giving out this free training for today, so make sure you ask your questions. You can type it in the chat, or if you have a hard time typing in the chat, you can definitely always like raise your hand, and then I can take you off mute as well. There's only a few of us in here, and I think I know all your names, so don't mind taking you off mute. All right, so we're gonna go on to the next one. So that was the example for a buy, right? Know where I'm gonna mark up the chart again and go through the steps again, so you'll have it as well. So next, say if it was a sell, what we're waiting for is for this candle. Say this candle turned red and did a long drop, and that'll be a very long drop, but it happened to close below this line. It closed above, we look for a buy. Close below, right? It'll be red. Remember, like everything color coordinates, we're gonna make that red for you all. Boom. Make that little red. Boom. That's our little candle. So say for instance, this candle turned red and dropped down. Boom. Now it's a red candle and it went below. Below, we're always looking for a sell. So I was looking for a sell. Below is a sell. Boom. But remember, you're waiting until this candle closes. What do I mean by that? If it was up here, say for instance, right here, right? And we still got 6 minutes left on this. 6 minutes left. Then the market's about to close too. But 6 minutes left. And we're like, okay, we're going to hop in market execution. It hasn't closed yet 6 minutes. It can go, boom, totally opposite way and then money. But to keep us from doing that, we're going to wait until we see this candle touching past this line. No matter if it's just a little inch, as long as it's touching past this line, you can go ahead and jump in for a market execution. And it's going to be a sell. So above buy, below it's a sell. So once you do that and you jump in at the market execution, next you're going to go back in and modify your order and set your what? Your stop loss and your take profit. Now, how do you do that? I'm going to show you the second way. I mean, the first way I showed you the ruler. The second way, I'm going to show you my favorite, how you can set your stop loss and take profit. So on the left-hand side, once again, these beautiful tools over here, you come down. All right, you come down. I think it's this one. Yes. So this is the one that it'll say GANN and tools, some type of tools, right? Not Fibonacci tools, some other measurement tools, something like that it says. So what you're looking for is your long position and your short position. This is the way that I like to set my take profit and stop loss. Your long position is if you're in a buy order. So long, when somebody's going long, just like in stocks, it's a buy. When you're going short, it's a sell. Nice and simple. Going long, a buy, going short, a sell. Nice and simple. But we're in for a sell. So where are we going? Where are we doing what? Pressing the short position. When I click on that, I want to place it wherever I got into the market at. So if I got into the market here, I'll put it here. So next, all I need to do is come back in, click on this, and it's going to show your settings. Mine is always at the bottom, but it's going to look just like this. This here is going to be your settings. You're going to click on this little spinning wheel. Well, it's not really spinning. I just imagine it is spinning. Go over to inputs. And don't worry about the account size. Don't worry about the risk. What you need to worry about is your entry price. So wherever you got in at, say you got in at 109.239, you'll change it to that. Where's this number coming from? Over in your MetaTrader 4, where you hit that market execution button there, it's going to tell you exactly what your entry price was. So once you put that in, now remember I said for beginners, we're doing 30. So when you look in here, your profit level stands for take profit. All I want to do is change this to 300. Why the extra zero? Because they counted in ticks, right? So 300 stands for 30 pips on this measurement tool. Then I want to change my stop loss because you always have a stop loss because we are trying to blow no accounts, 300 as well. Now you notice the numbers change. So all you're going to do now, you're going to go and put your take profit and copy this number. You're going to put your stop loss and copy this number. That's it. You're just going to copy exactly what the numbers are. Only thing you had to change was your ticks or your pips. So 300, 300, and put in your entry. That's it. Also as well, it shows you your risk to reward ratio. We're going 1-to-1 because I want to keep it nice and simple. And I know a lot of you are trading inside your demo account. We're going to keep it nice and simple until we get more, until I get you all more advanced. And then we're up there. We'll start to minimize the risk and, you know, increase the ratio. It's a lot of different stuff. I can't wait to do it, you all. Like I make sure everybody's on the same page. All right. So boom, that's it. Once that happens, you just leave it alone because now you have your take profit set. Now you have your stop loss set and you're good to go. All right. Have any questions so far? Because I'm going to mark up the chart again. Let's see here. Any questions? Going once, going twice. Remember, if you're new, this might be a little bit over your head, but don't worry because next week, I'm gonna attempt to squeeze out two trainings. One quick beginner's training, it's probably gonna be like 30 minutes. And then I do another 30-minute training for more on the strategy. Because I want to make sure you guys master this strategy. And then beginning in June, we'll start with another strategy. So I want to give you all at least 3 different strategies for y'all to work with. And then you should be making some money by your 3rd month. I can't guarantee it, but you should be making some money by your 3rd month. And I plan on doing like a little giveaway for 3 months in. And yeah, because I see that you guys are very active in the group. Y'all helping each other out. I love it. All right, so let's delete this, move drawings. See if we can put that back in there. Boom, there's our steps again. So we'll have our steps. All right, so step 1, because we're just gonna go to strategy one more time because I got another meeting in a few moments. So go to strategy one more time. One of the things you want to do is identify your pair, USD, JPY. We're just gonna stick with that. So when you start posting your charts in the group, you're welcome to choose any pair you want to. But my newbies, I want y'all to start with USD, JPY. That way you all can kind of look at each other's charts and see like the differences. Like, hey, why is their coordinates here? Why is mine here? You can kind of, you know, be able to critique each other's. And also too, it'd be a lot easier for me to critique your charts as well. All right, so step 1 is identify the pair. It left the S off, no problem. Boom, we know we're doing USD JPY. Step 2, make sure you're on the 1 hour time frame. 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour is highlighted. We are, boom. Step 3, you want to find the highest point and lowest point on this chart. What's the highest point and the lowest point? The highest point that we can see on here and the lowest point, right? So we're going to grab our horizontal line, left-hand side, second tool, boom, click on here. All right, that's our highest point. We want to grab our lowest point. All right, nothing below that, boom. We want to grab our fib retracement tool, 3rd tool down. Bring it up so you can see, boom. I want to make sure my settings are right, boom, for my recording. They'll be able to screenshot that and you all as well, right? Next, all I want to do is draw a horizontal line. You see how I'm going through this now? Like the more reps you get in, I'm telling you, you'll have your chart marked up in less than a few seconds. Draw a horizontal line on each one of these lines. And the beauty of this is, as long as, just a quick advanced note for you all, you don't have to keep drawing your chart up. That's why it's so crucial for you to stick to one pair, because you don't have to keep on doing this over and over again, right? Because as long as these candlesticks doesn't come above your highest point, or as long as these candlesticks don't come below your lowest point, you can keep using this chart over and over again. You're just waiting for it to keep breaking the zones. It break another zone. So if this came up here, right, and the current market price is right here now, this is your above, this is your below. Same thing, it broke above here, this is your above, this is your below. And the same thing, like you can use the same chart over and over again and make some money. I'll be a few minutes late for my next meeting. Snooze that. All right. Boom. Just put on each one of these lines. Each one of these field lines is what I'm putting on. Right. Boom. And boom. There we go. All right. So now we got all our field lines on each one line. Remember, now we're waiting for a break and close above or below our zone. So we want to identify our zone. I need to add it to the steps, make it a little simpler for you all. When you identify your zone, what's your zone? Where current market price is currently at. How do I know this is current market price? There's no other candlesticks to the right. So we know this is where current market price is. So what we want to identify now is our above and our below. So above, I like to change my colors. All right, I'll make that blue. My below, I want to change that color so you all can see. All right, the color right back. All right, change mine below. And you see how I have a lot of meetings throughout the day. Boom. All right, so now once you identify that, you're waiting for this candle, which has, actually the market's about to close, so it shouldn't be nothing left on it. Yeah, because the market should be closed right now. So say if it was a day during the week, right, and the market was moving, you'll be waiting for this candle to close above here. You want it to look something similar like this. All right, you want it to be green because we're going above. Boom, right? Once it closes above there, what you're going to do, you're going to start setting your stop loss and your take profit. How do you set that? You can do one or two ways. I'm going to show you this way. You put it where you got in at, you drag it up. How many pips? 30 pips, right? You put that number, see that number to the right that's moving. Then you drag it down 30 pips as well. Boom, see that number that's moving, and you put in those coordinates. And then what do you do next? You go about your day. Also as well, if you want to do, say for instance, happen to break below. So the candle turned red. Boom, change that color to red so we can see. Boom. And once it broke below this line, turned red, now you're getting in for your sale. And what you're going to do next, go back in, modify your order, and put in your stop loss and your take profit. Just put the ruler here, drag it up 30 pips. Remember, number to the right, drag it down 30 pips. Number to the right. And then you're done. You're done. And then you wait for it to close out in a loss, or you wait for it to close out in a profit. Either way, it's going to close out by itself. You're not sitting and stare at the screen all day. So I'm going to go through it one more time just to show you how simple and how quick you'll be able to go through it. Got my pair, got my time, got my 1 hour time frame, identify my high, identify, drag it to the bottom, boom, boom. I think this is the longest part, but then there's a way that you don't have to just keep clicking, but you're going to keep it nice and simple. That's my whole goal, is keeping this stuff nice and simple for you all. Boom. Boom. And I think maybe next week too, I'll also go into some more detail on how to change the colors, how to change this, like the coordinates on each one of the lines. We're going to set as well. All right. Next, once I did that, now I'm waiting for, you know me, I like to change my colors. It's just a personal preference of mine. Change that to yellow. So now I'm like, hey, where's current market price? Where's current? Boom. Current candlestick is right here. Then I'm like, okay, so boom. So this is my above, this is my below. All I'm doing is waiting. And what I normally do is set my alerts. I utilize TradingView. This the above line is crossing up once per bar close. I know, hey, I want to be a buy market execution. Boom. I know the below one. I might delete some of these alerts too. Crossing down. All right, once per bar close. I know I want to get in for a sell market execution. Boom, and then I just wait. When an alert go off, if that candlestick is broken below, I know I'm getting in for a sale. Then I'm going to go ahead and set my stop loss and my take profit. If then I'm going to set my stop loss and take profit. And that's it. I'm going to keep it nice and simple. Like I said, this strategy is market execution. The more that you get advanced, you'll start recognizing patterns in the market. You got your head and shoulder patterns. You'll start recognizing your M's, your W's, but that's more advanced. We're going to take it nice and easy for you all, because in 3 months, you should really be knowing how to trade. All right. So for homework time for this weekend, if you're new, make sure you go over to the website, All right, and start going through the videos. Start getting familiar with the terminology. Make sure your demo account is open. All right, see how to use MetaTrader 4. Also, as well, sign up for your TradingView account. Right, free account. Sign up for your TradingView account and start just utilizing a pair. Start typing in your USD JPY and start clicking on these, seeing what each one of these do, and practice this strategy over and over and over again. Repetition is key. For more advanced people that's, that went to last week's training, that's been on this training, that's been on pretty much everything and been asking me questions, still work on this strategy, and you can actually just set up your charts for the weekend. You can advance on to 3 or 4 charts just to get them reps in, and just set them up just like this. Go ahead and set your alerts, whether it's on TradingView or whether it's on call levels. Set your alerts. When that market open on Sunday evening, boom, you're ready to get in. All right, so that is it. Anyone have any questions before I jump up? I want to make sure you guys are good. Anybody have any questions before I jump off? 3, 2, 1. All right, perfect. So I'm going to drop this recording in the group as soon as it's ready. Should be probably another 20 minutes. And that is it. I want you all to enjoy your weekend, and just know, even if you are behind, even if you are struggling, I'm telling you, just keep getting onto these trainings. Make sure you're asking me questions. All right. Make sure you're asking me questions. All right. Because I do be in a group. I have some people that be helping me out, especially with the admin and technical questions. Owen's good on that. I think James was one, Tyreek was one. So they're very good as well. But any trading questions, definitely make sure you reach out and ask your questions. All right. Because everybody not providing this type of training. And I'm going to give you stuff that actually works, but I just want you all to learn it, and you got to be just at least watching the recordings if you can't catch the lives. So I know you all can do this. I call you all future billionaires for a reason, because that's what you are. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't think that y'all don't be afraid to ask the questions. Like I'm telling you, ask your questions. All right, don't be afraid. Even if you think you're like, oh, it might be a minor question, ask your questions. Ask your questions. Okay, that's what I'm here for. Ask them. Take advantage of this free mentorship that I'm giving you all. All right, because over 3 months, if you stick with me, I'm telling you, you're gonna be a beast. All right, you're gonna be a future billionaire. I don't know if in 3 months, but you're gonna be a future billionaire. You just got to stick with me and definitely hop on these trainings and ask you questions. So I want to wish everyone blessed, prosperous, and wonderful weekend, and I will see you all in the group.